I'm in the carrot patch, and I'm thinning carrots. When we plant carrots, we just kind of broadcast the seeds over the ground and cover them up with soil. But we're getting to the point where I'm getting some carrots that are too close together. For example, these are too close, so I'm going to pick one or the other, and I'm going to pull this one out. And it's not a total loss. I mean, this is an itty bitty carrot, but if I use a scrubber sponge on this, I can pretty much take off most of the skin and I can still eat this. So we're just going to go through and thin these because some of them are just way too close, but every now and then we'll get a couple real good sized big ones. Well, that's not too bad for that size. Almost like the little teeny baby carrots you buy at the store. And they're not too bad to freeze dry either. That's a nice little size one. And I'll come down here, probably another couple of weeks to do some additional thinning so that it has enough room for the bigger ones to grow. Some of these are not coming up at all. That's not a bad one right there either. Oh, that's a nice one right there. Here's a good one right there. Kind of looks like someone's crossing their legs here. So we got a couple good ones, and I'll continue going through here and thinning these out. And here's a whole bunch over here. And we will go ahead and freeze dry these. And that's going to be our next batch, freeze dried carrots. Processing produce is like an assembly line. So, first thing we want to do is cut off the tops. And then once the tops are cut off, we'll go ahead and do the initial rinse. When you rinse the carrots, they're going to have lots of dirt on them. And so I would suggest to rinse them in a bowl initially, and then take that bowl of water and throw it outside. You don't want to have that water go down the drain because that dirt will probably settle in your P-trap and over time will clog your drains. After the initial washing, I will rinse these again. This is the end of the carrots, and you can see that it's pretty filthy water. You really don't want to dump this down the drain, so I'm going to go ahead and toss this outside. And then we're going to do the final washing just to get anything else off that may have been missed. And like I said before, you know about botulism being in the soil, so just make sure they're rinsed well. Now this is a brand new, never been used scrubbing pad. And so with some of these carrots, which are just little teeny things, you can just take a little scrubbing pad to them and pretty much clean them up just with that. By the time you end up using a pillar on these things, you're going to end up with a toothpick. So it takes a little bit more work, but hey, they got mini corn for salads, why not have mini carrots? So after a little effort, these small ones can come out just as good as the big ones. And they're absolutely great. My secret to peeling carrots is this: get everything set up, get a nice empty sink, and then find a video that you can stream and watch a video as you're peeling carrots, because this can be a long drawn out process. Now this peeler right here, this peeler you probably recognize it, is over 60 years old. And this thing is still as sharp as the day it came off the shelf. I tell you, they don't make things like they used to. I've had to fix this several times, but this peeler, like I said, they don't make things like they used to. So, we're going to spend the next hour or so peeling carrots. I'll catch you at the end of the movie. Still here. Carrots are all peeled. Now we're just getting ready to chop them by cutting off the tips and the back end. And another thing I think I need to revise on my carrot instructions is the choice of movie. A Quiet Place Part 2 is not a good carrot peeling movie. It's one of those movies you really have to pay attention. So I think I'm going to find a movie which I've seen before, which will just be background noise as I do the carrots. Looks like the choice of our carrot processing movie is going to be Crimson Tide with Denzel Washington and Gene Hackman. I've seen it several times before, so I really don't need to watch it as I'm doing this, but it'll be a fun movie to watch for the next 2 hours of doing carrots. One carrot after the other.
We served together on the back.
So the big question is, are the Russians going to launch their missiles or not?
I think the dog gave me the final feel of
Okay, we are done with the dicing, and they still don't know if they should launch their nuclear missiles or not. Gene Hackman wants to launch, Denzel doesn't want to launch, so what can you do? Okay, they're all diced up. Now it's time to fill the trays. It looks like I'm only going to be able to fill 3 of the 4 trays, so I'm going to have to find something else for the 4th tray. Now, as I've done in the past, I'm going to weigh these and make sure that they're all equal in weight so they finish at the same time. It doesn't make any sense to have a whole bunch of food of the same kind in this tray and a little food in this tray. This one gets done, but this one's not. It's just waste time and energy. Okay, we have 1548 plus 1517 plus 1569 divided by 3. We need 1544 in each tray. So this is all done. $15.46, $15.44, $15.44, right on the money. Okay, so these 3 trays have the same type of food and the same weight. So I now have this tray, and what I'm going to do with this. Now, about a year ago, I compiled this list from different websites, and this is water content. So if I go down this list to carrots, it's telling me that carrots are 85% water. And I think that's not surprising. The human body is primarily water. So carrots are at 85%. So if I go over here, this will tell me what else is at 85%. So, okay, artichokes, apricots, plums, winter squash are also foods around 85%. Now I do have some apricots which are also at 86%. So if I put apricots in this tray and at 86% water, and these are 85% water, and if I put the same weight, then everything will be done approximately at the same time. Now it wouldn't make any sense, for example, if I were to put, say, zucchini. Zucchini is 95% water. So if I would put zucchini in this tray, all these would get done and the zucchini still wouldn't be done. So what I'm suggesting is that when you freeze dry, try to do either all the trays the same or the trays that have the similar water content. I think it'll just be a lot more efficient by doing it that way.